Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the video, and today I'm going to be talking about the new feature in Bannerlord for patch 1.1.0, which is the Fog of War feature. I made a video on it yesterday, pretty much speaking about why I think it's one of the worst changes to Bannerlord, not because of the actual change. I like the change. I just do not like how it was implemented. So, and I stated as a possible solution that they should make it optional. So let's go over what is the change. So if you go to your encyclopedia, right over here, you go to your heroes. Everybody when you start the game is grayed out. What does that mean? Pretty much the only thing you can see about them is their culture, their name, and where they were last seen. You can't see anything else. Their relationships, where they are in their clan, their skills. This makes it harder to find people to marry. This makes it harder to find what's it called? If we go to Wanderers right here, it makes it harder to find, pretty much, good stats that you want from a companion, everything. And the only way to meet them is if, for example, let's say we go into this town. Now we know what all these guys are about because we went into this town. And now if we go to them, now we can see everything about them, right? Or, for example, we have to go on the world map and meet him. And see? Okay, be quiet. And now we have discovered him. And now we can, what's his name again? Oronius, I think it's this guy right here. And now we can see all his skills and he's not grayed out anymore. Now, what I stated in the previous video, obvious solution would be to make this an optional thing. Again, this is a sandbox game. It's not a story-driven game. There's a main quest, but it's, you make your own story. And there's already a lot of options that you can change. Even if you go to the campaign options right over here, look at all these options you can change. And I don't think it would be too much of a big deal to add one more of these options and says Fog of War and then enable and disable. So that was pretty much my point in that video, right? Again, I like the change. I just think it should have been made optional, not permanent for everyone to, you know what I mean? You pretty much utilize it, right? But regardless of that fact, here's my tips kind of on how to traverse through the land now since this is enabled and to make it easier for you as your playthrough goes on. So these are just they're kind of basic tips, but there's stuff that you should look out for and stuff that you shouldn't be, before when this wasn't obviously enabled. I wouldn't run up to everybody. I wouldn't run up to armies and stuff like that. But now that this is enabled, what I suggest you do is every single town you pass, just enter it. Because whenever you enter a town, like a new town, let me actually enter a new town because we've already been in this town, right? So let's go, for example, Ratau. Let's go over there. I don't think we've entered this one yet because this is a new save. So every time you enter a town, you're going to discover a lot of people, especially if there's a lot of people in there. Boom. We discovered all of these guys. Go to the tavern right over here. Hit the tavern button. You're going to discover the companion. Right? And then also try to go to keep. Obviously, if you're low level, if you don't have any much reputation with nobody, they're going to ask you to pay a bribe. So you can't do that early game. So it is what it is. Sometimes they won't tell you to pay a bribe. So sometimes you might actually get let in. So, hey, do that. And if there's people in the keep, then you also meet them as well. And also, if you're riding along, if we just keep riding along, let's say you're just playing the game as normal. You're playing the game as normal, however it's meant to be played. Look out, or what you can do is if you go to your encyclopedia, this actually helps a lot too. Go to kingdoms, go to any of these guys, the main kingdoms, and see who they're at war with, right? For example, we are right now, what is this? Let's go to Britannians and Vlandians. Let's see who they're at war with. Vlandia is at war with Sturgia. If they're at war with Sturgia, that means they're fighting over here, right? So what I suggest you do, if you want to meet a lot of people really quick, and also if you see people driving, if you see people riding along, just quickly, introduce yourself, and then just leave. Now you have discovered him. You know what I mean? Just slowly and surely, this is the little grind that you have to do. You know what I mean? Oh, another person. Boom, meet him. Goodbye. Don't want to talk. That's it. I just wanted to meet you. And that's unfortunately what we're gonna have to do now. Also, in terms of castles, I wouldn't visit that often. Sometimes there's people in the castle, most of the times there isn't, and most of the times they want a bribe to get in. So again, stick to actually going to towns, meeting people that, literally go past you, like this, right? Go to the town, and then also, like I stated, see what two factions are at war. Okay? See, we just discovered those people. Sorry about that. I forgot to do the tavern. Go to the tavern, discovered another person. There it is. Now we're gonna go to where the two people are at war, right over here, and you can see by the siege icon they're currently in a siege. And whenever there's a siege going on, not only is there someone sieging, there's going to be a lot of people around there that you can talk to as well. And why you want to do this is because you're going to meet a ton of people, especially once they're done with their siege. And since you have no, you know, since there's not, like, you have no quarrel in this battle, you can just go and meet them. Well, actually not right now. They have to finish their siege. So let them finish their siege, and if there were people here, I'm guessing they already took them out. That's why there's so many numbers here, and there's no Sturgians around. I guess they already took them out, but usually there's the opposing side is roaming around as well. So we're just gonna wait for them to finish, and it's there we go. We might have to wait until they get out the. Let's see if they actually let us in. They will not let us in, okay, because obviously they just took it. But the army will eventually walk right out, and we will talk to all of them. Boom, we got 2 armies right here. Boom, talk to the army leader. See you later. And you're going to go talk to every other member. I know it sounds tedious, but that's where we're at. Just go down the, you know. Just go down the list. You know what I mean? Boom, that's 1 army that we have done. Now, where's the other army? Because they're kind of like really... I think this is the army we already talked to. No, we want to talk to the other army. There it is.
Yours is not a...
Boom. It's kind of annoying. It makes us go all the way
Yours
out.
Yours is not a face.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yours is...
Obviously, it's not a face, dog. We know about the face, bro. We got you. We got you. Sounds good.
Yours...
And there we go. Just like that. Quickly went through all of it. And we met like 50. I mean, we met like, what is it? Like 11 people right there. Let's go meet another person. Just kidding. He's raiding. RIP to him too, by the way. And now, again, you can go around along this border. As you can see, they're obviously going to keep fighting. And since we're not actually in a war with them, we could just meet as many of them as possible. And eventually the Sturgians are going to make another army. And if you stay around the border, you should be able to find their army as well. But that's pretty much my tips and tricks. You know what I mean? They're kind of obvious. Visit every town. Hit the tavern button to make sure the companions are there. And also, check the Kingdoms tab. See who's at war. Go along their 2 borders and talk to the armies. That's pretty much it. That'll do it for me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, a free promo. If you want more information about the Fog of War feature, I have a video on my channel. I am going to link it down below. First link down below. I also have a lot of tutorials for patch 1.1.0 in terms of, like, you know, alleys, where to find the hermits, all the features, all the main features that were added. I have tutorials on how to do it and how to get it done. All those links will be down below. Like the first 5 links will be down below. So if you do want to get into it, if you do want to go down the rabbit hole of getting better at Bannerlord, go check those out. But that'll do it for me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.